Watch and burn.
Hey everyone. So tonight I want to discuss Goldfinger's. This is their third record, I think. It's Stomping Ground. Came out on Mojo again back in 2000. And it's like I said in my other reviews of Goldfinger's, their self-titled and Hang-Ups. My main problem with this band is that, almost falling, is that with every subsequent release, the law of diminishing returns seems to kick in to a degree. It's like their first record was great, but there were still some songs on there that I didn't love, but it didn't matter because 90% of it was rad. And then Hang-Ups, I'd say about 60, 70% of it was rad. And then now with Stomping Ground, it feels like, again, it's like there's even less on here that I love, but the songs on here that I do love, like The End of the Day or Counting the Days or their cover of Nina's 99 Red Balloons. What else is on here? Bro. Oh, that's right. Bro's on here. Bro is rad because I love how Goldfinger is never really afraid to show their more like metal influences, how they wear their sort of metal influences on their sleeves, which is sort of a kind of like an old school problem in the world of metal and hip hop, especially in metal. If you were a metalhead, you weren't allowed to like punk. But if you were punk, you found a lot of punks getting into metal just because, of course, because of the speed and the ferocity. But metalheads were sort of like, no, fuck this. If you're not one of us, you know, you're not in, you're out, and we don't want you anywhere near our scene. Which I always thought was sort of a waste because it's always better to have a friend, right? I mean, suddenly I'm kind of quoting the Dead Kennedys there. Low key, not really, but kind of. Yeah, so this record is amazing. And, oh, speaking of the Dead Kennedys, they sample the Dead Kennedys. The start of Nazi Punk's Fuck Off, if I'm not mistaken, is sampled right in the middle of At the End of the Day, which is, I had my own teachers and never need your help. And then punk ain't no religious cult. Punk means thinking for yourself. And I like the message behind The End of the Day, too. It's like they're giving John Feldman sort of like a punk rock test that they know that he could never pass because whoever this person is who feel that they're like the superior punk, they could beat him any day. But at the end of the day, they still need their mom to pay the rent. And I do like that a lot because it's not just simply, whoa, I thought somebody was over there. It's not just like, music is supposed to be something like a punk or whatever. I mean, especially the whole fucking punk scene is just so twisted. Like, there's so many people in it who believe that, like, if you don't have a mohawk, you're not punk. If you don't have this, you're not punk. If you don't adhere to that, you're not punk. If you make money, you're not punk. You make too much money, you're not punk. You make some money, you're not punk. If you do make some money, you are punk. And if you do it this way, it's okay. And you do it this way, it's not okay. And fuck, I'm so glad those days are over with. But I do like the message of the song about how, like, say what you want about Feldman and the guys in Goldfinger, but they never sold out, but they made enough money for them to be financially secure through songwriting, which is something a lot of people who judged them really harshly probably can't say. And everyone's like, oh, Goldfinger, it's fake punk, it's bullshit, it's pop, it's this. And it's like, yeah, but dude, you know, you still need your mom to pay the rent. Feldman and company don't. And there's nothing wrong with needing your mom to pay the rent. The only time that needing your mom to pay the rent becomes a problem is when you're pointing your finger at other people and saying that in some way, socially, financially, which hopefully in this case you are not saying that, but in some way you are superior to them. Then of course they're going to clap back and be like, dude, you live with your mom. So just don't do that and they probably won't call you out, you know? But yeah, I mean, their cover of 99 Red Balloons was amazing. When Feldman jumps into German, his German is absolutely flawless, which is nice, which means they definitely did their homework. I'm being eaten alive here, by the way. Bro, again, like I said earlier, I love how Goldfinger is so into metal. That's rad. But this record just didn't do it for me. It's End of the Day, Counting the Days, Bro, and 99 Red Balloons are the only songs I ever really find myself going back to listen to. The rest of the songs on here, even Donut Dan, they just don't hold up. And it seems to be a problem that I have with Goldfinger. This is a long-standing problem that I have with Goldfinger. But yeah, look, I am going to go. So thank you so much for hanging out with me while I discussed, I believe, Goldfinger's third album that came out back in 2000, and that is Stomping Ground. Like always, if you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody, but please, most importantly, don't forget that the world is a better place because you are in it. And I'm going to go because I got to fucking hike my way out of here now. I actually thought I saw somebody too, but that's just not possible. Have a good night.